Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tarnation TV. This evening, it's the final race. Race number 24 of 24. Homestead, Miami, Florida is where we're sitting today on the 1.5 mile speedway. Great track, fantastic way to end the season. We made it. We made it all the way. My name is Blaine Donlan, and I'm, of course, joined with Rod Weston. G'day, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Finally, like 24 races, boy. You know, it's hard to believe it went by that fast, but we get a little break from Maverick until about February, and now we're here to, well, we already crowned the champion. We already know who the champion is. We've got a few other drivers that are fighting for positions, and we'll just have to see. We'll try to keep track of that tonight to see who can advance, and see who makes it into the top 10, and that is a critical thing when it comes to the race in February, because the top 10, I believe, will automatically make it into the show. They don't have to race the way in, so that's pretty important.
Yes, I forget about that. Yeah, the Fun Course 500 is the first race of the season at Maverick. Of course, it's at Daytona Superspeedway. And yeah, depending how you finish the previous season, you won't be required to have to qualify to get into that race. But those races are so popular that Ben almost has to hold 2 or 3 pre-races to kind of set the qualifying up, and it's wild the amount of work that he does for this league. I don't even know how he does it, but he does a fantastic job. Looks like we got 32 people logged in tonight too, so almost a full rack tonight.
That Daytona race, I forget what it was the last couple of years, but I know it was well over 70 people that are bidding for basically 41 slots, because you know there's 2 of us that have to be in there doing the broadcast, so you know that we take that spot automatically, and then the rest of the field they have to qualify to get in. And boy, I find it hard. I'm not a good Daytona qualifier, so you know it's hard to, and it's a fixed setup, so it's not like you have an advantage any way. It's all about driving, your wheel settings, and man, a lot of people go home from that.
And it's cup physics. So they're running restrictor plates, and the cars are basically capped right out at 7,000 RPM. So super speedway racing, a lot of time in the sim, they will use the Craftsman truck physics, but not at Maverick. I mean, it's the Maverick Cup Series for a reason. Every single race we run is cup physics. So you got to use those restrictor plates when we're at Daytona and Talladega.
Yeah. What do you say we go through the qualifying order tonight? I'll do the top 10. You can do after that, and then I'll pick it up at the end.
Cool.
All right, on the pole, we got Jack Merkel. Surprise, surprise. Not really. He's really, really quick. Usually qualifies up near the front.
It's pretty close, though.
He's still, pretty. As per the bet that he made with Keith Hughes, he will be going to the back. I'm pretty sure of that. We haven't talked to them about it tonight, but it's been a constant all year. So that's Vitor out on the outside. Yeah, Hughes, who starts third, but he will be on the pole. Then R.J. Bishop, Carby Edwards, Jonathan Peavy, JLP, Joseph Lanley Pavillon. I always kind of have to say it that way. Josh Mercurial in the 22 tonight. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Then B. Davis, and then finishing the top 10 is Rodrigo.
Yeah, we got another Blaine out here. I haven't seen Blaine Davis in a while. That's pretty neat. But yeah, I'll continue right there. You just said Rodrigo, so I will say Gutierrez right beside Crocodile Crump, LaPlante in 13th, Pachon in 14th, Hall in 15th, Matthew in 16th, Noah Wetzel in 17th. We got Carroll in 18th, Martinez in 19th, and Papa Mark Snyder in 20th position.
Then Garcia, Chig Tauger, Mateus Yankee, Seth Cole, and the Benjamin Snyder, and Mendez is going to round up the field tonight.
Nope, you gotta keep clicking.
I gotta keep going here.
Oh yeah, there's more down there.
More people here. There we go. My thing, then Rick Johnson, and shotgun on the sheep field is going to be Tate Dorsey, and then Lamas. Now I don't know why we have a gap between there like that, but
yeah, that's weird.
It's very weird. But Lamas
31, 32, 33 are spaced out for some reason. That's strange.
Yeah, very strange.
But yeah, there must not be a Florida Panthers hockey game tonight because Cody Lamas is in the race. Yeah, he's got season tickets, and when they're playing in Florida, you're not going to see him on track. But yeah, you were mentioning before the 22 this evening is not being driven by Michael Norman.
It's my understanding, basically, Michael Norman won't be here tonight racing, so Josh Mercurio was already basically locked up second place in points.
Mm-hmm.
So having second place in the points locked up, that gives him the ability to, if he gets into the 22 tonight, and possibly could get him up into the top 10 in points, that helps him out with some Daytona. So that's why he's in the 22 tonight. That was kind of nice of him to do that.
Yeah, just help his buddy out there a little bit and, you know, get that unit out there and get some points underneath it. And, you know, there's one race left. And like you said, we'll take a look at the point standings here now. Mercurio in second place, and then there's like almost a 400-point gap to third, so like nobody's going to catch him. It is pretty tight, though, when it comes into that third place overall, where you've got LaPlante, Dorsey, PV, Santiago Gutierrez, Jorge Pachon, like all these guys are super tight when it comes to the third place, fourth place positions. There could be some jostle in there, because we were kind of thinking about like, well, positions are tough to get if not a lot of cars show up, but we have 30 drivers tonight, so there is a big span in points that can happen. So it is possible that some of those positions may flip-flop around a little bit.
Yeah, well, you know, Austin LaPlante he's had a great year. I mean, hasn't had any wins, but he's been, you know, I don't want to call it hit or miss. Most of the time, by the end of the race, he's running right there in the top 10, top 5. He's had a couple of races where he hasn't had that much, you know, that success. You know, he's also, he's run every race this season. The only two drivers to do that are him and Jack Merkel. And he could lose. I would say he could drop all the way down to about the 6th position. I'm not sure that Gutierrez has got quite enough. You know, all depends. Like we said, we'd have to sit there and really do some serious math to figure that out. And then as you get down near the bottom end of the top 10, you know, RJ Bishop, Keith Hughes, Joseph Landy Pavillon, and Kirby Edwards, Noah Etzel, and, you know, Michael Norman. They're pretty close. I mean, Michael Norman's, it's going to be a stretch to get him back into the. We're going by the driver's points. You know, we don't have the owner points in front of us. So maybe we do know that, like, Kirby Edwards has missed a few races and, you know, had substitute drivers, and he's done substitute driving as well. So I would guess that Michael Norman is probably pretty close to the top 10 in owners points, maybe, you know, just outside. So good guy to put in there to get him some points.
Yeah, it's good to have friends too, and like you can see at the top of the page there, 116 drivers on this list that's scrolling of drivers who have participated this season. So, you know, some guys only maybe raced 1 or 2 races, but that's a massive driver count for a 24 race season. And every week that I plug the statistics into my little points counter thing, it always adds a couple new guys. It's crazy. Just when you think you've hit the maximum, it went up to 116 there a couple weeks ago. So, and we were going to take a look at this too. You can see, well, that says Phoenix Raceway. Of course, that's wrong. I forgot to change that. We are at Homestead, Miami, Florida today, with 125 laps on the clock at 2 times pit frequency. And of course, the administrators called the yellow flags. And of course, after 23 races, we have completed a total of 2,400 laps for a total of 3,505 miles. Of course, Jack Merkel has completed 97.1% of all those laps for a total of 2,331 laps run, which is, of course, 3,416 miles, and that's 23 starts. I was saying every week that percentage goes up a little bit, and last week it was 97 even. This week it's 97.1. It's talk about domination.
Yeah, we have. As always, we get the makes of the cars. So we do have.
Oh yes.
We do have. Let's see, 6 Chevrolets. Now I'm going to guess that this Ford number is wrong. It says 4, but I'm going to say 5. Then it's going to go to 2 Lexuses, 2 Kias, 2 Toyotas, 1 Cadillac. That's not going to be true tonight because the Cadillac driver is in a Ford tonight. So that's why I say I think there's one more Ford. One Dodge. So that's strange. We only got one Dodge out of there. One Honda. We know that's Keith Hughes. One Pontiac, and that is McIntyre. So, and then we have from countries.
This is always cool. I love this. And Ben's right on this thing. He will send Rod a text with all the car stats manufacturers and then all the countries that are represented on track tonight.
So we have 22 drivers from the United States, 4 from Brazil, 1 from Argentina, 1 from Colombia, and 1 from Peru. So that's actually pretty good.
And you can see the 2026 schedule there, too. We are headed south of the border there. Of course, south of the border from Canada is, of course, all the United States races. But it's cool.
We're always south of the border from you guys.
Yeah, we have 2 races outside of the States next year. They're adding to the list of Montreal and in Mexico City. So that'll be pretty sweet. There's a couple of new road courses there. Road courses or circuits or street. How do they... Like Chicago, like what would Chicago be? That would be considered a street course, right?
Yeah, yeah. And then you have you Watkins Glen, Sonoma. Yeah. Those are all road courses. Now, what was the other? They did another road course one this year too, but it was a street course. I forget what it was, but I don't know if Ben's going that route for next year or not. But
didn't they only have 3? They had Elkhart Lake, Sonoma, and Watkins.
So they have the other one is too, like Charlotte Roval.
Okay.
That's not a road course. That's not a street course. That's the Charlotte Roval. Whether they do that over here or not, that's beside the point. But
that's
there's a few of them. Yeah, I liked it. It's from the NASCAR community. I don't know if somebody has really come up with a good version of that yet. I know the first version that we played. Very, very, very early version of it was kind of simple. Then they jumped into another version of it, and it was actually a little bit taxing on some computers. Too much going on. Some of the tracks have just a little bit too much going on. So, and of course, in our Tarnation TV texting, we've got the one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend, the stumbler at broadcast when he's interviewed, Robert Spring. To give him a hard time.
Drivers, to your cars.
All right. Well, as always, we have a different Grand Marshal every single week here at Maverick. And this week is no different. We would like to, are from Florida Atlantic University, because this happens to be called the Florida Atlantic University 300. We have Dalton Reed. He sent us an audio clip and a photograph. So let's take a look at that. Thank you, Dalton Reed.
Good evening, race fans. Welcome to tonight's Florida Atlantic University 300 at Homestead Miami Speedway. On behalf of Florida Atlantic University, its College of Education, and its Owls Racing Program, go Owls, and drivers! Start your engines!
There we go. Thank you to Dalton Reed. That guy's voice, I think he's coming for our job.
Could be.
That dude's got an awesome voice. Just like, very professional in the way that he talks and articulates his words, where we sit here slurring, eating potato chips and drinking water on the microphone. I do have a cough button, but everything else, I just do it.
You always catch us, we don't have that. We're not that good.
Yeah, we're good, but we're not that good.
I wouldn't even say we're good. I mean, that's just my own opinion.
Yeah. So there's Merkel on the pole. As you can see there, he will pull over.
Yeah, I was just going to say, as Merkel pulls over, let everybody go. He gets that, he requests for the end along the line penalty. And he goes to the back, so he'll be someone to watch. Has nothing to lose tonight. Strictly, he's got the championship locked up, but he is basically trying to beat a record, I guess. So, as I understand, from talking to Benjamin earlier, Nobody has won the championship in the last race yet. So that's what his goal is for tonight.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, like he's clinched. So if Merkel wins the race tonight, he will be the first driver in Maverick Cup history to do a championship win and win the final race all in the same kind of deal.
Vitor went down to the grass there to cool down his tires a little bit.
Apparently.
He got a little out of shape on the exit road there. You got to be mindful of these guys. They have to pit coming out. They come out on the back stretch, and I believe they have to pit going into turn 3. But we'll see that as we go along. The green flag comes out.
I believe
Vitor
so,
gets a
yeah.
wicked jump. Vitor does on that start.
Yeah.
Right down below Keith Hughes. I mean, that was a good start for him.
So this, if you were watching us there a few days ago on Sunday, we were with SMO at Homestead. Very different looking track.
Oh, yeah.
Same length, but they've changed the configuration. So these guys are running, because they were running the 2003 version that shipped with the game, where these guys are running the progressive banking one that you were talking about.
Yeah, now you see how some of the drivers are running the bottom of the track. Some of the drivers are running the middle, and you've got drivers running up right up next to the wall. Now, what does that do? Well, I'm going to tell you, the fastest way around the track, with this track particularly, is the bottom. It's the shortest version. It's the quickest way to get around the track. That'll work for the first maybe 15, 20 laps, and that right front tire will start to get a little bit hot. So these guys you see running up on the top of that wall, they've got one goal and one goal only: saving tires. This thing goes green for a while, that's going to pay big dividends come near the end of the race.
Okay. Yellow flag is
We're
out.
under yellow flag is out, yep.
That's interesting. Yeah, there's multiple grooves out here, but like you say, you can definitely roast your stuff up pretty quick being on the bottom. Yeah. So we're going to load up a replay here.
And kind of similar to how, the super speedways there run, you'll get drivers that the cars will get into the corner further in and make up time on the corner, but you'll make up time on the outside here. You get a wicked run off the corner, so that gives you a lot more straightaway speed.
Looks like Mark Snyder got stuck on the wall there. Yeah, that wall glue thing. He came down and tagged. Who did he tag there? Who's that bright green thing?
That's the other thing with the safer barrier tracks. They do have a tendency to grab you.
Yeah.
Okay, so RJ Bishop did pull in from turn 4. So if he doesn't get a black flag, then we know that then they will allow you to do it from turn 4. Some tracks allow you to do that, some don't. Even some leagues will, make you do it from the backside, but that's cool. The cone actually comes up. I think we've seen this before at certain tracks.
Commitment cone, yeah.
Yeah.
It must be part of the track. The track creator probably linked that to the yellow lights flashing.
Yeah, and it'd be kind of cool. I mean, I always think this is an older game. There are people that makes mods for it, make different tracks for it. It's too bad that somebody can't figure out a way to make it so that, you could do the double file restart without getting black flagged, and, you could have the choose rule,
Yeah, I'm sure there's so many cool things people have done with this. I was following a guy. It was a crazy telemetry system that he was able to get live telemetry out of the cars. And I'm thinking, like, what? Because it exists. Obviously, it exists. Yeah. It's just a matter of trying to get it and find it and then pull it out and actually display it properly.
It's kind of like
it's crazy. Like, I've never seen it before, and he's working. Okay, look what I'm working on. I'm looking at it on Reddit. I'm like, wow, that guy's actually figured it out. Much like Peter Dicken did with this ticker software eons ago now, but it's in there. The stats are, the information is in there. You just got to find a way to pull it out and display it.
I think the problem with that would be it's when you are allowed to make modifications, make mods, make stuff like that, but you can't mess with the code on it. And when you do, then you start running into problems. I know that there are some people that have made mods out there, but they had to go in and really alter the code to make it work, and got in trouble for doing that. So it's kind of stuck where it is at certain points. But
yeah, if Papyrus is still watching, there is modified executable files, and technically that's not legal, I don't believe, even though the game is abandoned.
Right.
It is still owned by the boys over at iRacing, so
that's the issue you're going to have with that. But pace car lights are off. We have Keith Hughes managed to sneak out of the lead while we were discussing the earlier stuff in the early part of the race about points and stuff. And Vitor is now back on the outside. Let's see if he can get that run like he did the first time.
Yeah, he had that wicked run last time.
No, he didn't catch Keith sleeping this time.
Yeah, Keith saw that one.
They both got good runs, but Keith was just on it and that time and made darn sure that he made it into it. Curio, of course, up there in the second position. Kind of weird looking at him in the 22 tonight, but that's why he's in that car, because he's a front runner, so he's trying to do the best he can. He has second place in points locked up as well. He has nothing to lose. He's going to get second place no matter where he finishes tonight, so he's out there just tick over the lead. He's just trying to help out his buddy get into the top 10 in points.
Man, those guys are running right up there on that wall, eh? Holy moly. Looks like Kennedy got stuck.
You'll find guys that'll run up there, and you'll find guys that don't run up there. It's a tire saving thing, not a speed thing at all. You can actually lose time up there, but
like you said too, rhythm, right? If that's your rhythm, just get in the pocket and go for it. Long green flag runs, it's good to just have that rhythm going.
And you actually, believe it or not, you don't run wide open here, and you just kind of go up there, feather the throttle, roll the throttle, and go. But you might save a little bit more gas on the bottom, but you're definitely not going to save that right front tire. So,
have we seen Carlos Martinez before here in the 25? For some reason, I don't really recognize that name. You've got the points standings. We could go through that and see it. Car number 25, Carlos Martinez. Yellow flag, I believe, is up. Currently, Martinez running in the 5th position.
Don't see him have shown up on any of the points, so.
Oh, we've got a car upside down on the roof. That looks like Ben Snyder. Tangled up with, I believe that's Noah Wetzel. Back this up here and see what happened.
Gotta learn. You gotta keep it on all fours.
That's the problem, yeah. Shiny side up, as they say. Oh, yeah, he just got run into by the 49. They both launched up into the catch fence. Ben got the worst of that. And it actually didn't roll back over. It stayed on its roof, and Noah left him hanging.
Hopefully he can keep going. Apparently Benjamin is in the 18th position going into this race, just ahead of Zachary Hall and Matt McIntyre. Possibly Pablo Vitor could catch him. I'm not. It's a stretch, but and as strong as Vitor has run all season, you would think that he'd be right up there higher in the points, but he's only done 12 races this year, so. Most of which I think is in the latter part of the season, because we've seen him more then than we have in the earlier part.
Yeah, he's been doing great when he's here.
Oh yeah, no, he's a very good competitor. Looks like R.J. Bishop stayed out. Seth Cole, Agger, Dorsey, Carroll, Crocodile Crump. So we did have. I don't think I got them all. That's the problem. Benjamin was telling us there was a bunch of number changes for next year.
Right.
I don't think I got all of them. But we'll see what we can do about...
I was surprised how many there was. There's like 6 or 7 guys that are actually changing numbers, and some of them are even changing manufacturer as well. Like they're going from Dodge to Chevy and that kind of stuff.
First part is Austin LaPlante will be going from the 92 to the 48. Now, that's due to the fact that the 48 has been taken, and it will be dropped because the 48 is going to a different number for next year. So he has took opportunity to get his number back. I guess the 80 is going to the 92. The 49 or 48 is going to the 007. Jonathan Peavy out with the 2, in with the 8. Matthias Yankee is going from 31 to 97, and the 70 is, which is Vitor, is going to the 99. So I know there was more of those, but Benjamin was speaking so fast and so quick, and it was gone, boom, and I did not hit some of them. So
he's got a lot of info. If you don't have a sheet of paper and a pen, you're gonna miss. You're gonna miss.
Oh yeah,
yeah. And you're like, oh hey man, can you repeat that? And then you look, and he left the room already because he's got to deal with something else, right? He runs this league. It's Maverick Cup Series is Ben Snyder, and then his crew of administrators like Keith Hughes and all those guys like Dorsey and stuff. I think they help him out with the on-track admin duties.
Kind of looking at it here,
Ben's the puppet master.
As we're getting ready to go green, you got Tate Dorsey there in the 3rd position. 2 positions behind him directly, but 5th place, 6th place, 7th place is Jonathan Peavy, and those 2 guys are fighting for the 5th and 6th position. So, Seth Cole missed a ship.
Yeah.
It's something, boy. He really backed up that line. RJ Bishop got a great launch. 3 wide.
He probably looked over and saw we had 42 hits and was like, "Oh man, my last broadcast we only got 37 hits in the first 10 minutes, so we beat him by just that much." That's a cool looking car. I like those gold rims he's running.
Well, that many hits, but only 2 likes. Come on, people.
Again, thanks to the subscribers and the people who watch this stuff, because it is like Tarnation TV as a whole only has like 353, I think, or 355 subscribers, and we usually get a couple hundred hits. So I know everybody who's subscribed to it is watching it. So we're not getting any fake views, which is cool.
But still not getting a lot of likes.
But yeah, the likes, it depends how people watch it. If they throw it up on the TV, then maybe you just forget to like it because you send it to the television, and yeah.
Isn't you supposed to go, you're supposed to like, tag, and subscribe?
Yeah. Prescribe.
You watch YouTube enough, right?
Yeah, exactly. People begging for clicks.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to watch it, you can watch it. It's fine.
Yeah. We got to give them a hard time.
3 wide racing here, like 2-3 rows deep. Look at Keith just threading the needle. He just passed about 7 cars that last lap. That 82.
I was paying attention to the melee that is about around the, anywhere from 3rd to 10th position. They're all bundled up. And Jonathan Peavy managed to sneak his way up by Josh Mercurio and sneak away the lead on that high side. He got below him to get it, but he's right back on the high side, just rolling the high side. Keith Hughes coming. RJ Bishop's coming. Now, these guys that are out front, first 2, did not take tires. Guys coming did take tires. Mind you, we're only about 15 laps in here, but that does make a difference when they did the tire change. So
yellow flag. Yeah, that's crazy. They're running 3 wide back there with ease.
But that's the beauty of the way they did this track. Unlike Talladega and Daytona, but you can run 3 wide all day long here. Just near the end of the run, you have to be a little bit cautious on the exit of the corners on that bottom side, because you probably will hurt that right front a little bit.
Yeah.
You can start pushing up.
Well, looks like Yankee was checking up. Looks like Jorge Pachon, who's up there in the point standings, ended up getting turned around by the 81 of Santiago Gutierrez. Yes. Kind of cut down in front of him just a little bit. Oh, Gutierrez up on the side.
Jorge Ponch and Gutierrez, they are, I don't know, a bit separation in points. Gutierrez has got the advantage over Ponche, so, they, I don't want to see people wreck each other to get the higher in the points, but...
Hey, man, that's drama. That's good stuff right there.
That's okay. They'll come back, and they'll come back stronger than ever. You bet.
The 72 of the 81 ferocious battle on the track this evening. Thanks, everybody, for watching, of course. Everybody in the YouTube fan, we got Robert Spring. What's up, Tarnation fans? It was good to see you dust off that wheel, Blaine.
I almost made that race. It was really funny. I was out in the other room watching a little TV. I was on TeamSpeak, and all of a sudden I heard somebody say something. I come in to go get into the race, and they were already 19 laps in. So,
oh, wow.
I was like, yeah, I guess I'm not racing. Hauger is going to stay out, and he didn't lead that lap, so he's going to try to stay out and lead a lap. It looks like Peter is probably 1 lap down.
I'm just reading the YouTube comments. My buddy Yasik's in there. I like that Robert guy up there. He seems super cool because Robert's like, you guys rock, Robert Spring. It's actually an insane proportion of views to subs. Usually it's like a fraction of the subscriber base. That's because you guys are awesome. Thanks, Yasik. Hey, buddy, I got a dentist appointment tomorrow. You got me covered for my pickups?
Yeah.
I could just text him that, but if he's watching, why not, right?
Very good.
We've been weird slow this week. It's been strange. It's supposed to be peak season at FedEx, and for some reason I've only had 60 stops the last couple of days. It's about half of what I should have. I like how they all go around the cone.
I just say that.
Wait a second.
Looks like they're doing the choice. That's freaking cool.
Yeah, they're actually, the cone's invisible. Like, they can see it. Like, you can see there, you can drive through the cone, but that was pretty neat how the front half of that pack, they can see it, but there's no collisions on the cone. You can drive through it, but these guys are actually driving around it.
We gotta have a chat with them before. They all gotta do that just to make it look like they're choosing stuff.
That is cool, yeah. It's built into the truck. You might as well use it.
What I don't understand
responds, brother, anything for you, dude. Aw, shucks. Trust me, buddy, you need help with anything, you just gotta text me. Sometimes he gets pounded at noon with a whole bunch of freight that comes out of nowhere, and I'm like, I'll meet up with him and grab a bunch of stuff from him.
Oh, I see. Now it's your buddy. Okay.
Yeah, he's my Wave 2 driver. At FedEx, I go out in the morning at like 8:30, and then he follows about an hour and a half later. But then he has to keep going back to the station to get more freight because they keep bringing in trailers all day long where I get to stay out the whole day. So if I'm super late, I'll meet him after 12. If he's got to toss 15 or 20 stops to me, I'll take him. So we're good. We got each other in our back pocket.
Ace car is out. Tauger's at the start on the front.
Gosh.
Matt Snyder started on the outside, but did not get a good start.
You see all that bumper slamming?
Oh, no. There we go. Bounced off Jonathan Peavy and then into somebody. I did not see who that was.
Mark Snyder was caught in the middle of that.
We must be under a caution cooldown on that one.
Oh, are we in a cooldown? Oh, no. Oh, no, it's up.
Okay.
They brought it out, yeah.
My question, Peavy around going into the corner.
Oh, well, I'm back here trying to focus on... See, Mark. Where's Mark?
So the caution came out going into the corner. Peavy almost hit the back of Tauger because Tauger lifted for it, and to avoid doing that, Peavy actually spun out.
Okay, in the replay here, Mark was starting on the outside of Tauger and actually got split. They went 3 wide and a bunch of guys checked up.
I think Snyder must have missed the shift. Didn't go.
Something's weird. The car wobbled.
He might have spun the tires too because he was out there on older tires.
We've got some cars like airborne. Who is that? Oh my God, Rick Johnson in the 52. It looks like he's in a whack-a-mole game or something. We got to go on the cockpit of that guy. Sorry, Rick, you're the star of the show right now. Fifth on board with the 52, Rick Johnson. Getting tossed around out there like hacky sack. You know what? You can't even really see it from that view. Oh, he retired pretty quick.
That's if he's, we don't know. These guys have options on where they can view. I run the cockpit on every track except for Talladega and Daytona, so that's the view I would have saw. But sometimes on the roof or the fire chase or whatever them guys do, it's a little easier to see. But
the
see
way
all
that
that
the
smoke
fire bounced around was weird.
Yeah. It's moderate damage, so people can go ahead and get it fixed. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be right. It's just they can go in and get it fixed. Maybe finish the race. Depends on where you are in points. I see Alan LaPlante was involved in that as well, which is not good for him.
There's the spin by Peavy. You got a black flag for some reason. It's showing him with the black flag. Yeah, Rick Johnson has retired. Blaine Davis has retired due to an accident. Both of those guys, Johnson and Davis, are out for an accident. Mark and Ben Snyder as well are out of the race. And Jack Merkel, where is he at now? We forget to talk about him. He's on pits. This is your championship driver, if anybody was wondering. Got some stats on Jack, as we do every single day of the week.
We haven't talked about it much because, he's already got this thing sewed up.
Jack Merkel is a Season 5 Maverick Cup Series champion. 22 starts. He has 19 top 10s. 16 of those were top 5s, so 10 of those were wins. This guy.
And he said he will not make the bet that he did last year again. This year, no.
Yeah. Can you start every race and at the back and win? And it looks like the answer was yes, because he locked it up a couple weeks ago.
He made a bet with Keith Hughes that he could qualify, but he had to start in the back, and he had to win, I think it was 7 races and the championship.
Wow.
He won 10 of them so far and the championship. So I'd have to say he won the bet. Now, we don't know what the bet was for. So that's, we'd have to talk to him, what does he win?
Did we... I can't remember. No, the bet was if he didn't win the bet, he was banned from the league.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he agreed to the bet, saying, if I don't win this bet, I will never race at Maverick again. And he's a staple here, so that's pretty wild to make that bet. Like, I can do it, and if I don't, you'll never see me here again. That was the bet he made. He bet himself.
Right. Pace car is out. Keith Hughes on the inside. Josh Mercurio on the outside. Josh didn't quite get as good as a start, but he got a good push by Vitor.
Oh, looks like Mercurio is flashing there a little bit of a...
Just a little bit. Seth Cole back there in the 3rd position, slides right up behind Norman. And they drop to the bottom. Say Norman, it's 22. So used to saying Michael Norman. Gonna be a little bit to get used to that. Josh Mercurio gonna take the lead over right down to, didn't go to the bottom, went to the middle of the corner. Got a good run off. He'll be able to do that for quite a while until the latter part of the race. That's why a lot of these guys run the high side, save that right front. Seth Cole's going to try to do it this time. Didn't quite get in there deep enough. As you can see, Mercurio gets that good run off the corner from the high side.
We have a question in the chat from PatDog300. I love being able to watch this today. It's the first time I've been able to catch it live. How can I join for next year? Link incoming. You want to get on Facebook. And is that going to work? That should work.
I'll test it.
That's a different looking link than the one that I copied. It's facebook.com/Maverick Cup Series. And then I pasted it.
Right to it. High Voltage Racing?
Yeah, High Voltage Racing League's page. If you get on Facebook and look up the High Voltage Racing League, it's a great big yellow logo. You can get a hold of Ben Snyder. Of course, they're on Discord as well. The Facebook page is a great way to start. They do not have a website. They use
all
Facebook
the stuff he's got. You would think he would have had a website, but
they're cheap.
There could be something coming.
They are cheap. Like TarnationTV.com, I think it's $16 a year for the name. So I own the .com thing, and then it's an extra 50 or 60 for hosting. I'm not moving data, so I don't need like a crazy high data transfer kind of package. it's just a basic website. It's basically an exaggerated brochure.
New leader, Seth Cole.
Oh yeah, for under $100 a year, you can get a website hosted and own the name. The name's the big one. That's only like $16 for the whole entire year, and then of course you get to keep that name, and you can always move hosts if you don't like your hosting package. Sorry, go ahead.
JLP has worked his way up into the second position. Josh Mercurio, the one that was leading us, back there in third. Keith Hughes in fourth. That's it. You know, the other thing about this track that I don't care for is being that it's a night race, and the shadows sometimes make it hard to see when you're looking backwards. So it's Lamas back there in the 84. RJ Bishop making a move underneath Lamas going into turn one. Now, before the fifth spot, should he be able to get it done? Oh, no!
I was going to say, my screen just stalled because he disappeared. He's rolling, and that is a collision. That is another big collision. The green light is still on up there.
He got hit a ton.
Wow, he did, and then everybody else got hit a ton, too. That green light's still on, so that means they're still under green flag conditions.
That's the thing too, though. If you got Benjamin sitting out as basically playing sitting admin, so it's hard for him to be in the car and trying to keep track of everything that's going on. Now that he is up there on the top of the booth, paying attention to what's going on, he could probably say, "Well, nope, that's going to clear up by the time the leaders get here. We're just going to let it roll."
Yep. And it's not like you can't see the smoke. Anybody who barreled into that, they just made the wrong decision. Do you go left? Do you go right? High, low, all that kind of stuff. You make the wrong call. That could have cost a couple guys some points.
So that was kind of interesting. RJ Bishop, them guys have been running on the high side. RJ Bishop dropped down into turn one about midway through the pack to try to see if he could make some progress forward. Seth Cole actually went down and kind of, I don't know if it would take the front air off the car or whether he was doing it to help him get up through there. He pulled down instead of running the high side that time. It looks like Seth Cole's running about midway through the corner in 1 and 2, top of the corner in 3 and 4 right now.
On board right now with the 7.8 of RJ Bishop. This is what it would look like if you're running a cockpit. This is exactly what you would see if you were driving cockpit.
Don't see as much.
No, I personally like going roof right here. You can see a more wide angle. Some yellow goes up.
Under caution, yep.
Back that up and see what happened.
Seth Cole slowing down on the backstretch, just waiting for the pace car, which is coming out right now. Merkel is hiding. I think he's trying to work his way up near the front. He's hiding in the pace car.
Looks like it was track. Coming in at a turn 3 to 4 here. You got a big slide up the track and then tagged the wall, which compromised his speed. Mendez helped him around there. Not Mendez's problem. Wasn't Mendez's fault.
Looks like everybody's headed on down pit road. There's got to be some drivers that stay out. Interesting to see. Seth Cole's taking right side tires.
Yeah, we can see him down there doing rights. He's probably going to take lefts, I would imagine, right?
Yeah, he's taking rights, yeah. Rights and lefts. Pretty much looks like everybody on pit road took 4 tire. Josh Mercurio is going to be the first one off pit road. Keith Hughes, RJ Bishop, Seth Cole, and then Jack Merkel, who's going to be up in the 5th position, starting way in the back. He's already managed to work his way up there. We know we've seen him go to the back again because we've seen him pit on the second lap and go back to the back one more time. So Looks like Seth Cole might have got caught speeding.
So do we take requests in the YouTube chat? Matthias Yankee's asking us if we could check his car out.
Oh, okay, hold on. Where is he at?
Yes.
Oh, the back of that thing looks a little bit full.
The back of your deal is bent.
The good news is, if it was tight before, it's not going to be tight now.
No.
Although, that little bar, there's a little thing in there with a pin in it, and that holds the parachute in. You shouldn't have pulled the pin, because I think you're going to have the parachute out. It's beat up a little bit in the back, Matthias, so...
yeah. The rear of that thing is definitely... It wasn't damaged enough. They didn't cut the back off of it. If it's damaged enough, they would actually expose the gas tank, get the saw, and cut that truck off.
And that happens. If it was tight before, it will definitely loosen it up. And taking a look back there, Austin the Plant currently in the 18th position. We know that the other drivers that he is contending with, we see here is that Tate Dorsey and Jonathan Peavy were probably the closest ones that may be able to take it away from him. So let's take a look at where Tate Dorsey and Jonathan Peavy are.
Quick look at the points there on screen.
Jonathan Peavy is up to the 11th position. Where did Tate go? Tate Dorsey, he must have been involved in one of those incidents because he is one lap down now. That's not good for him.
A lot of shuffling going on back here. Somebody must have jumped out of line.
Yep.
Everybody's switching lanes. You have
unfortunately,
yep.
We're back green and wow.
3 wide.
Just watching some of the cars. Some of the cars back there. Somebody missed a shift. And
Noah's
jockeying around all over the place. Yeah. It was four wide right.
5 wide almost back there. Noah went right to the back. And took the wrong way there too, right down the middle. But he didn't cause an accident, so that was weird. That car almost looked like it was in reverse.
I'm not sure how Dorsey got a lap. Ooh, we got a spin. I can see a bunch of smoke up there.
Yeah, I was focused on Vitor
Airborne.
and PV.
No, some more. Jorge Pachon is in it.
What happened there? Something
Dagger's in it. Gutierrez. Seth Cole. Carroll. I see 2 cars. I was just in front of the people that were watching. J. Bishop is up. How many laps he's led tonight? Let's take a look at that.
RJ's got 3.
3 on the net. See now? I gotta figure out why I don't have that, but I don't have the laps led in my GNL TV for some reason.
Just realized I was trying to show you a replay, but I forgot to pull down the stats. I'll do that again.
Freaking newbies.
Yeah, I know. I haven't done that in a year. Now I lost it. Oh, who was I focused on? It was Wetzel.
So, wow, whoa. All right, so it started out, looks like nobody was going to pit. Then Mercurio did look like he was going to pit. Then he faked. Jack Merkel went in. There was a bunch of...
There's so much fakery going on. It's only about 40 of 125.
So it looks like Jack Merkel and Keith Hughes both came in. They are taking right side tires. Let's see if they drop, pick up the other side. They're going to take 4 tires along with Jonathan Peavy and Vitor. Come into it late, but they were all kind of jockeying up there a little bit, and Merkel and Hughes ended up going. Curio stayed out in that 22 tonight, so let's just see how that pans out for him. Do not know. Let's see if I can find that information. How many laps they can go on fuel. I would imagine they'll run out of tires before they do fuel.
We could pull somebody in from the track if the lights are still flashing if you wanted to chat with them.
Who do we want to chat with?
Who was it before we were talking pre-race, before we went live? Who was that?
We had JLP up here.
We could grab him. He's always willing to chat. Let's see if I find the 68 here. Ask him what
JLP, what's up, buddy?
Hey, how you doing?
Doing fine. Quick question: how many laps of fuel can you go, or is it more tire wear that's gonna depict when you pit, or is it when you fuel?
It's more or less about like trying to keep your tires in good shape, because this track really does a lot of it chews up the tires pretty good around here. So you really gotta conserve and just keep cool. Don't push too hard. I will also say, I do have some damage from an early accident. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep up. Hopefully I can, but they didn't shut off my engine, so that's a good sign. But this is a fun track. It's really a driver's track. Reminds me of the old Atlanta Motor Speedway from back in the day. So I like it here.
What you're currently here, I'm trying to figure out what. In the 10th position on the outside there, so up that high line where you've been running most of the night. So keep it up. Good luck. We just wanted to see you, chat with you.
Thank you.
Good luck, buddy. This is our question. More of a tire wear. That's what we thought.
Well, we were talking to, was it Keith? Who does the setups here? Because they were saying it last week that they've always tried to kind of make the setups and tweak the tracks to sort of chew tires a little bit more than fuel.
He would always tell you that he would like to see it some way, always just kind of be a little rougher on the tires than it would be fuel mileage. So that way you'd have to use your head a little bit, try to save.
It's very fun when tires are in play, trying to keep them from falling apart, because anybody can get out, not anybody, but you can get out there pretty easy and just run until you're out of gas, go get gas. When you've got to really be specific in how smooth you are to save those tires.
Oh no, on the front stretch there, hard hit.
Very hard, man. These guys are crashing hard. They're not even up to full speed. That 25 is in bad shape.
Fortunately, I think that was JLP that was involved in that.
Uh-oh. The Tarnation TV curse?
I think it might be. He wasn't involved in the initial part of the accident. It happened in front of him. Two cars went down, Lamas and the 25. So he weren't too bad. I mean, he got tangled up in it. But he was basically the cushion that stopped them two, Lamas and the 25.
Hard on the brakes, though. Hard on the brakes.
Oh,
he almost had her parked when he hit the 25 there.
25 Martinez. He and Lama, they got hooked up and they just went to the infield and they hit hard. Unfortunately for Steve.
Cody has retired.
Fortunately for Pavlon, he was on that high side and had nothing to do with the accident, but it came to him.
Wow, Cody car looked fairly brand new right here until after this wreck.
Yeah,
he smoked that inside wall. Holy moly! Yeah, he retired because of that.
So the 25 just tried to move up. Lamas was there, and it hooked him. And they went hard into the wall. Gutierrez took a hard hit on that as well.
I'm going to drop the camera right there, and we're going to watch that for full speed. That wall hooks out a bit, and it caught both those guys and just launched them. This is not Tarnation TV Turbo, so I can't swear, but that is gosh darn horrific.
They hit a ton. I was watching it. Working my way back towards the front of the field and just keeping on track of the people there, and all of a sudden I just see smoke.
Oh, he tagged Jack Merkel real hard in the back left. Out of nowhere, just a flying Lamas. I believe I can fly.
We do have a new leader out of all of that. Crocodile Cromp decided to stay out. Zachary Hall, Jonathan Peavy. That's Noah Wetzel. Matthias Yankee and Tauger are 6 cars that decided to stay out this time. Elected to get more track position than, fresher tires. Looks like the first car off from pit road is going to be Keith Hughes. Tauger is decided that I'm going to want tires. I think he might be just kind of using his head, go to the back, get fresh tires, get fuel. You can go 1 lap more, maybe-ish, and maybe this thing will go green for a while. He can work his way up. When they go to pit, he can lead a lap. PV Wenzel came down pit road. Crocodile Comp, after leading his lap, came down.
Well, Lucas Garcia is looking like it's okay. He had some pretty good damage there earlier, I think, the 502. Oh no, Santiago Gutierrez has retired due to a clutch failure.
Oh.
And he was, what, 5th? 6th in points.
Okay.
One of our Peruvian drivers. I think he's the only one, actually, from Peru. Currently 6 foot retired, so... And then Pichon is from Colombia.
Gutierrez was in 7th in points.
Yeah.
Jorge Pichon, it's close. Could take him over if Jorge has a great run.
He's 12th right now, Jorge.
Yeah, and then Jonathan Peavy, Tate Dorsey, and Austin LaPlante are the 3 that are really fighting.
Yeah, there's our way right there in the 72, and away we go.
Pace car lights are off. Zachary Hall, it looks like, is our leader.
Yep, we are green. Again, we're like 4... Oh, Dorsey's sliding back and forth. Internet issues. We're like 4 wide going through turn 2 here. This is lap number 48. Green flag conditions.
Did not last long for Hall. Keith Hughes is going to come out with the lead. Off from turn 4, it's got Mercurio right behind him. Mendez, which we haven't seen much of Mendez tonight up front, currently running in the 3rd position. I just love it. There's 5 different lanes that people are choosing. Everybody's in a different lane going through the corners.
Yeah. It's a great track. I mean, even the different configuration too. It's really good.
Yeah, that's the thing about the progressive banking tracks. Some of them are like that, where the high groove, saves tires, bottom groove is quicker. Austin LaPlante trying to make up some ground there on the very, very bottom. Worked his way up into the 4th position. And through the bottom of 3 and 4, back to the top on 1 and 2. So, Mendez got a little bit out of shape there off the corner. Just tagged the wall a little bit. Didn't slow him down at all.
Yeah, really. Everybody's just running a different line. It's great.
Oh, yeah.
Focus on Zachary Hall there right now.
Josh Mercurio trying to take the lead on the outside. It's crazy. Hughes running the kind of the middle high side of the track. Still gets a good run off the corner. Mendez actually was able to go to the bottom and go by Josh Mercurio. He's working that bottom just to see if he can get up there. He does get it. That's kind of what you call the slide job. He was just gonna slide up in front of him. Hughes goes back to the bottom, all the way to the bottom of the track. That's just gonna sneak that lead back. Another slide job right in front of him. Takes the lead back.
That's cool. I was watching that whole thing from the cockpit of Mercurio there.
It's kind of neat, when they can. You got a track that you can do that.
Yeah.
He's not going to do that once you get near the end of the run, but Matthias Yankee just come off the pit road after we're getting more repairs done. Graciously pulls all the way to the bottom, lets them guys go by.
Mendez trying to return the favor again. Got the pass, got past, and buffed the wall a little bit.
Been doing that off the corner just a tad.
What's up with Dorsey?
Dorsey, yeah, just going to say he slow on the bottom, and that's
flat tires. I'll bet you both fronts are flat.
So what was the other one? Tate Dorsey and Jonathan Peavy. Jonathan Peavy is a fair amount of points away from Austin LaPlante. So Austin should he's running around in the top 10-ish, 8th currently right now. He's just got to stay in that position. Not worry about going, forward. Yeah, you want to go forward, you want to win, but just try to stay where he is. That keeps his third position pretty much locked up for the night.
And does again to the inside of Hughes for the lead.
They are having an epic battle up here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've been trying to float around the field in the first half of the race and try to get everybody on the screen. And, got to focus on the leaders too, so.
Looks like we've got a bunch of cars that just came off pit road, so they're going to be coming into some lap traffic here.
Yeah, it looks like Bishop and Togger.
They're going to be the first two people they run into. Now, they just come off. If they just come off the pit road and got 4 tires and they're still good, they'll be okay. So I think RJ Bishop, he's already gone through there. But Tauger, I think he's one of the ones that's gotten caught up on a few of the episodes tonight. So he's just staying on the high side right now, letting everybody go.
Yep. Yeah, he might have a little bit of damage because we've seen him get involved in a couple of wrecks. You see that graphic on screen there. Your host playing down at Ron Weston. Next broadcast with Maverick Daytona Superspeedway, March 3rd, Fun Coast 500, 2026. Live as always at 8:30 Eastern. That'll be a huge race. A couple of weeks before that, they start qualifying for that race because they get like 70 to 80 entries.
A lot of people show up.
Only bring 40, so. We're planning on having a third broadcaster that week too, so 40 spots are available.
Who did we get for that one? I forget now. Wasn't it Miller?
Yeah, it might be Miller, might be Seth. Whoever's available, we'll reach out to some of our fellow broadcasters here and see if we can do a three-man show that night. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Brad Wolf has got us packed for, I think it was a Cannon race, but that he wanted 3 broadcasters, but he was talking about Andrew Miller's from Top Dragster. Gonna have one of us driving, one of us announcing, the 2 of us announcing. So, I think we're gonna put Andrew Miller in the driving part of it, but we'll see.
That'll be cool. Have a guy on a whisper key.
Yep. Someone we can talk to all through the race instead of bugging him. He's just here announcing with the steering wheel in his hand.
Should force him to drive a Tarnation TV car.
There we go.
Yep. Battle for the lead there. You see Keith using that red car. He's in first. Has led 16 laps. Mercurio behind him. Well, has led 17 laps now. Mercurio right there has led 15.
Matthews back there.
Yep.
Right? I was just saying, I'm just going up through, Austin LaPlante still running back here in the 9th. Mendez and Matthews in front of him. And I don't know, I think he's a lap down. The 25 is, that car looks a little bit beat up. Of course, we've seen some of the racing, the last big wreck, he was involved in that. So he's still out there running. Only 1 lap down, but in the 18th position, excuse me. Say that all in one word quick.
No.
Like you say, Jack Merkel can't hold that guy down. Currently running in the 6th position. How many times has he come from the back of the pack today?
Oh man, almost every week. He's got 10 wins on the 24 races, or 23 starts. He's got 10 wins. So at least half the time.
Currently being passed by Zach Hall. That was a pretty good move. That's what we see a lot of people do tonight. They just, they get in there, they dive that bottom, they can get through the corner quicker. Don't want to do it for too long, but, long enough just to get past Jack Merkel.
Well, if you can make it stick, like if you get that perfect entry and just the right amount of throttle and that thing's on rails, you can just drive away from people out of the corners.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great feeling.
Jonathan Peavy, we were talking about how he needs to, beat Austin LaPlante by quite a bit. Currently back in the 17th position, 1 lap down. Car doesn't look too bad, but we've seen him get caught up in a couple of the episodes tonight. Yeah. So 1 lap down right now. He's got he's a second car that's 1 lap down. Wenzel up into the fence. That's the one.
Tire.
Yeah. I was just gonna say that's the car he's got to stay ahead of so that he can get, because the more
hold the line. Nice. He just lost that tire in the middle of 3 and 4, which means he missed pit entrance. That's a long way around for Noah.
Yeah. And I was just going to say, Jonathan Peavy's he would get him kind of sort of where he could get that lucky dog should the caution come out. And Keith Hughes is just passing him left and right, knocking him back. So right now we only have 13 cars currently on the lead lap.
A lot of action in the YouTube channel.
Yeah. Calling the race, I get.
I think there was really a lane there. I blame the TV camera. Yeah, some of the cameras. Let's see. I was at. Okay. These guys are having a conversation. Team 48.
Yeah.
Bulldog Speed. Who's Bulldog? Is that Zach? I can't remember. I can't remember his people's screen names and then their real names. But anyway.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
These guys are here every week in the YouTube channel commenting and chatting, and I can't remember who they are, but 2x2 here again for second. Mendez tagged the wall. Mercurio gets around him. Rodrigo.
Just going to say that, but you beat me to it.
Mm-hmm.
As though, get back to that lower mid groove. Rodrigo way down to the bottom. And we haven't really mentioned about too. The draft is important here. It does come into play on the straightaways. It's not so important on the corners. If you're tucked up behind somebody like Mendez on Josh Mercurio there, it can have a tendency to make your car just a little bit tight on the corner. So that's why a lot of times you see the guys will just, as you see Mendez pulls down kind of a little lower than he does in the corner, and that's just to keep that air on the front nose.
Yeah, because when you're drafting, you're definitely affecting the handling of the car. Super speedway, different story. You just want to keep it there.
I've lost track of when the last time they pitted was, but you could see that they're still, I say Keith Hughes is now running the lower groove. He's been running it a lot lower. Oh, he's pitting now, yeah. So I figured that might be the reason why he was kind of doing that, is because he was looking like he was running a little lower. So you get near the end of the run, and we're actually seeing green flag pit stops, which is pretty cool.
Very cool. PV coming down as well as Seth Cole. Looks like we got a couple more tires down. Oh my. That was... Was that Martinez? Holy moly. Looks like he's got no tires left.
Mercurio's still out. Now the question is how much further can he go before he has to come in and take tires? Everybody pitting like that. Now, you got Merkel a lap down. Got a lot of, the top 8 cars are still on the lead lap, but those are the ones that, have not pitted yet.
Yeah, currently watching pit entrance here to see if there's any more takers.
The thing of it is, if some of the guys did pit, some of the guys didn't pit, you're going to start seeing the guys that didn't pit a little early.
Martinez was able to get service parked like that. Did you see that?
Yes. I glanced over at the broadcast real quick, and I see that he was sideways.
Yeah, and he actually got service. They fixed the damage and gave him tires. To me, it didn't even look like he was in the box.
No, the front end was out of it for sure. Okay, Josh Mercurio, Rodrigo coming down pit road right now.
These pit stalls are a little bit smaller, I find. You see guys having to slow down real hard when there's like a car in the space before, just to kind of get it in there. Where some tracks, they tend to have a little bit more space in the box. Doesn't look like much, but it definitely is tough sometimes.
The Keith Hughes is currently in the 4th position. He was about 40 seconds back after the pit stop. So he can get in. You can get in and out, especially if you're up near the front, and not lose a lap. Be pretty close to it, but not lose a lap. So, or he could have lost a lap, but he gained it back as soon as they pulled down there.
Right. Just focus on Vitor. He's currently being showed in 3rd.
Yep.
Your leader right now, as it stands, is Mercurio. He is on the access road, re-entering the track.
I think Hughes is going to come back out with the lead. That's why I'm kind of keeping track of.
So far, so good on penalties. I haven't seen a black flag come up for anybody. Crocodile Crump currently on the pits as well.
Okay, so Hughes is into 2nd. Vitor, you said, just pitted.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe that's going to put Keith Hughes out front. Jack Merkel's going to be about a second. You can see him. He's right there behind him. Just around a second behind him. Into the 2nd position. And then Mendez is going to be 3rd, but he lost quite a bit of time there on pit road.
And there's Merkel in 3rd, yeah, currently. As you can see from the ticker, a lot of cars ended up being about everybody but 3 cars, I think, were on lap down or more. But once the cycle runs through, everybody sort of settles back into where they were. Currently showing 15. The top 15 are on the lead lap.
Vitor came out with the lead.
Yes, he did. Yep, there he is there.
He's like a lot slower. So you said he had pitted, right?
He did before everybody else.
Okay. Hughes is taking the lead from him down the backstretch.
Might be in conservation mode, maybe?
I'm wondering that. I'm just trying to think, is he trying to save a little, or?
Maybe he's nursing some damage. I'm not sure, because there goes Merkel.
Yeah, Merkel. That's strange. I always, Stepping back, I'm not sure. He's on a different strategy than we think.
We were wondering how Martinez was able to get service without being in the box. That's just in. Martinez just drifted into the box with the handbrake on and just yelled, "Service it," and the pit crew complied. So they just no penalty. Just told the official, "Don't give us a penalty. Just do it. It's fine." And there's your leader, currently in the 1st position, Keith Hughes in the 82.
Followed closely by Jack Merkel there.
And for those of you who are interested, I believe that is Keith's cat on the hood of the car.
It is. That's what he says.
Yep.
He's the only Honda out there.
Yep. I can't remember the cat's name. Did he put the cat's name on the cart? Let's check.
Maybe it's a cord, because that's what it says on the front. I don't know. Do not remember if he did. He gave us the cat's name.
Can't remember. Yep.
See,
Sometimes
maybe he called the Honda.
Hey?
Oh.
Sorry? Battle for 2nd right here. These 3 cars. Mendez on the wall up top there in the 34s in 2nd place. Mercurio looking underneath them. Jack Merkel in the review mirror. Now the question is now, too, everybody going in and out of the pits there at about lap 75 of 125. How far are they going to go before they want to pit again, if we go green?
Well, we were told they can do about 30 laps. Looks like yellow flag is out.
Yes, sir.
Everybody's slowing down. That's going to change a lot. I'm pretty sure everybody will come down pit road.
Yeah.
I was just about to talk about Mendez and Mercurio and Jack Merkel, and you beat me to it.
Looks like Pavlon was involved in a wreck here with Vitor. Yeah, Vitor looked like he may have actually lost a tire.
You said he pitted.
I thought so, but it's tipping to the right. I think that a tire went down on the 70 right as the 68 was passing him.
I guess we never should have brought Pavlon up here because it's just he's had nothing but
See, he's
bad
in
luck.
the turn, no problems.
It's the second
And then
time.
it, see how it just turns to the right? So that means that right front dropped. You can see that the right front goes flat, and then the car just goes to the right, and horrible timing, and he just caught the 68.
It's the second time tonight he's been just driving, and an incident that's happened in front of him has piled him into the wall. So.
And what are the odds of that happening? You're going past a guy, and then the tire blows out, and you know.
You know what he's gonna say? You know, don't bring me up there to talk to me again.
Yeah, leave me out of the booth. Race off pit road.
Ooh.
The 82 retains a first place position. They go in and out in the same order. They
Yep.
Yeah, they came in that order. They're coming out in that order.
Yep.
It's Hughes, Mercurial, Merkel, Rodrigo. A little bit of a shakeup.
Seth Cole's still out there, still running. I think he's gonna probably come out about the 6th spot.
Okay, so Mendez was in 9th coming down. So he gained a lot of spots there, actually. He's up to 2nd now. Mercurio was 2nd. He just lost 1. Merkel was 3rd. He just lost 1. Rodrigo was 4th. Okay, so it looks like Mendez probably did like a short pit. Maybe he only took 2 tires or just fuel. And then that car there, the 35, these guys will be pitting now. They're a lap down. They have to wait 1 lap.
Yep.
That's why there's always two packs going in there. The cars that are a lap down are not allowed to pit the first time around.
Believe that. I don't know if they were the lucky dogs or not, so I don't, because I didn't check that at the time. But waiver rounds could have been the 502 of Garcia and Dorsey in the 6-valvoline Ford Fusion. I believe those 2 guys were waiver rounds.
Lights are off, so they're taking their waiver round right now, if that was the case.
The waiver rounds are lucky dogs, but I would think if you were the lucky dog, you would have pitted on the second time. Get 4 fresh tires, get yourself out there, get back in the back of the pack, and work your way up through, with 4 fresh tires versus not having any tires.
Yeah, and what a waiver round would be, you can see here I'm focused on the pace car, and then behind the pace car, you've got the 82 and the 98. Waiver round cars would be kind of stuck in between this. So you got your leaders, and then you'd have a bunch of guys about to go a lap down that decided not to pit. They call them a waiver round because they're allowed to go all the way around if they decide not to pit. Kind of get that lap back.
All right, pace car is off.
And later in the race, that's a pretty good strategy sometimes, putting yourself in a waiver round position.
Looks like the 98 was the leader, although T2's got a really good start on that high side.
Seth Cole with a big slide right up the track there, but it latched on 4 wide. Look at these guys. Holy moly.
One car was down in the infield, down below the white line, not out of bounds here, so. That is crazy. They are still pretty much 3.
I was just watching Danica Matthew in the 98 go from 2nd all the way back to right there about 12th.
I wonder if he pitted or not.
Yeah, it might be old tires. There's Lucas Garcia, Joseph Landy Pavlon, Peavy, Martinez, Pachon, Edward Dorsey, Bishop, LaPlante, Zachary Hall, Jack Merkel.
There's going to be
4th. Yep.
We're about 40 laps to go, so we know there's going to be at least 1 more pit stop. Flight conditions will change that. If we goes green like we have been, we start seeing green flag pit stops. What do you want to? What would you do if you got 40 laps to go? Wouldn't you kind of think about doing 20 and 20? Get in there, get tires, early. Get out there and run longer on them fresher tires. Might get you. That's granted. That's if it goes green too.
Yeah, you're making that gamble like it's going to stay green, but an early pit could help.
Or it could hurt you too.
Yeah.
guys decide to go out until they, you know, let's say hypothetically they can do 30 laps and you pit at lap 20, yeah, you're going to be fast for a little while, but if a caution comes out before they get a chance to pit, you could get caught a lap down.
Yeah, and I'm always the one to I want to use it all up and have those fresher tires for a shorter distance. Carlos Mendez in the 25 has been ejected.
Oh no.
Something funny happened. And I think Ben handed down took out the gavel and said, "You've been ejected."
Rodrigo's trying to steal that lead away from Keith Hughes there. Keith is not, instead of going to the high side, he's trying to keep him from being able to use up as much of the track. See, that gives that better run for Keith off the corner, and he retains the lead.
And Keith's been running that high line all night.
Well, he does, but at the later part of the run, which is kind of funny, he was down near the bottom, so.
Right. I wonder if that's just maybe how the tires wear out. Maybe he's just more comfortable driving it in a different spot as the tires fall apart.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
And, you know, you're saving tires at the beginning of the run. If you get down to the point where, you know, you saved them, you know, maybe fuel's starting to come up, whatever, I can make up some time running the bottom, so you go down and you run the bottom for a while. But then Rodrigo's not letting him get away. He keeps pushing that issue, trying to see if he can't get that lead back.
And just in the YouTube chat. Hey now, Blaine, the Don Lawn, and Lightning Rod Weskin. Good looking show, guys. Continued success to all you guys. Been some fun racing to witness this season. Thanks, Brian. Fluid Studios. There's Noah again with the flat tire again.
Wow.
I had that happen to me one time. I was in a race, and it just seemed like every 10 laps, the tires would just be cooked.
Had to be an Indy.
What am I doing wrong? Like, it just seemed to, like, you get people retiring with wheel problems. And it was just one of those nights. I could not keep the right rear on the car. It was the right rear, too. It was like a weird tire that just kept falling apart. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. But you just, again, you get that random NASCAR 2003 breakdown, and I just had tire problems.
What a battle going on up front. Keith Hughes still running that higher line. Rodrigo's running that bottom. He just about gets to the point where he can almost get him, and then Hughes gets him down that straightaway. So. Yeah,
Hughes off the corner is better. Rodrigo in the corner is better.
It's that you get a wicked run on that high side once you come off the corners.
Yeah,
Rodrigo's right up almost to him every time. But.
Yeah. He's able to get there. He's able to get in front of him a couple times too, but then Hughes has a better run off. And you know what's happening here is Rodrigo's trying so hard to get by Hughes. He might be using up his stuff premature here.
I believe that's the case. You got Josh Mercurio back there. He's just watching these two guys. I think his thought process, I'm just going to save my stuff. You guys go ahead and wreck. I'll just go ahead and take the lead away from you.
Yep.
Merkel's back there in the 4th spot, but he is getting contested by the one, the only Seth Cole. Takes that spot away from him. What a move. He did a good old-fashioned slide job on him and took away the 4th spot, going through 1 and 2.
34 Mendez doing the same thing.
Pencil down at the bottom, just staying out of the way, giving them guys the room to go racing.
Yeah,
Fortunately for him,
tire issues.
Has not had the best of nights, but he's still out there, still continue to run. Here comes Mercurio. He said, all right, guys, you've had your fun. My turn.
And Noah is 4 laps down. What's the 88 for on that back straightaway there in the burn marks? You know what that is?
Okay.
On the back straightaway, there's looks like somebody did a bunch of donuts and then made an 88.
Who's that was something for Dale Jr. or Jared or something.
Yeah.
Just noticed it in the broadcast. I've been focusing on the cars, not the track.
Yeah. Where is it? It's right here somewhere.
Oh yeah, it's right on the backstretch.
Yeah, somebody did some donuts. This isn't from the race. This is actually part of the track texture. Because the The skid marks on the racing surface from these cars today would actually disappear. That's been there the whole race.
So Josh Mercurio was able to take over the second spot from Rodrigo.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I think he was just saving. Rodrigo was really probably abusing those tires, so he needs to sit back for a little bit and wait for that next pit stop.
You do have like maybe 5 to 10 laps of maybe trying to make that happen, and then you just got to realize I can't get it done. I need to prolong these tires. I'm just going to have to settle into line and follow these guys.
That's good. He's still going. Whoa, behind him.
Well,
looks like RJ Bishop and Mendez involved.
That'll probably be yellow. Yep. We'll load that up, take a look at it. What kind of sabotage happened here?
He'll probably have about 25 laps to go. That'll set up. Everybody comes in, takes tires and such. That will set up for a great race.
Something happened to RJ's car right there. That looks strange as well to me. Halfway through the turn, it just goes sideways. Did he might have lost
a little
rear
resistance
tire.
On the bottom.
Or maybe it was Bishop. Yeah, but Bishop's car, something happened to Bishop's car.
He got a little assistance in the corner. That's my opinion. But...
Oh, okay. See, maybe I'm not seeing it. To me, it looks like it just sort of happened, but maybe Seth actually touched him. But because of a little bit of internet lag, maybe we don't actually see them making contact. So I'll blame Seth Cole because he is a very bad person. I'm just joking, Seth. We love Seth. But yeah, I'm thinking that's probably a little bit of a core issue or something to do with latency on somebody's side.
Because you don't see it happen.
Yeah. You're like, I wasn't even anywhere near that guy. How'd that happen? I'm like, yeah, but his car might have saw you there, and then you get that little internet blip at the wrong time.
Everybody, 4 tires and fuel. Waiting to see. Hughes is down. Merkel's down. Merkel's gonna come out third. Just ahead of I think it's Rodrigo, and then Josh Mercurio was able to work his way out and make it out into the second position. So, of the guys that pitted, so now there's probably about 4 cars that stayed out, and I think they are a lap down.
Yeah, there's a bunch of guys here. Like this would be the wave around cars. This is your leader right here, the 82. The wave around cars would be in front of him to the pace car, but I'm assuming these guys are gonna
think Puchon is on the lead lap, so he might either. I think he's pitting now. Yep, he might have been just. I don't want to be up near the front. I'm just gonna. He was gonna probably try to go lead a lap. I don't think he was able to do that.
Jorge Puchon from 7th, headed down pit road. And these are your leaders right there. That is first place position, 82, that red Purina Cat Chow of Keith Hughes. And you can see there that Danica Matthews should be going all the way around in the wave around position. Just waiting for confirmation, I think. There it goes.
Edwards. Let's see. Edwards, Noah Wenzel. Tagger. All took wave rounds. So that's
so 25 laps to go. Everybody now can make it. But if it runs green, you can't go all out the whole time because you can definitely kill your tires. That's the thing. Like you can make it to the end, but it might not be easy.
Nope. You might not have very much right front tire left.
Right. Exactly.
His car is off.
Yep.
Keith Hughes on the inside. Josh Mercurio, Jack Merkel, and Rodrigo there Seth Cole, and then Austin LaPlante. Look at that. He's up there into the 6th, currently going to be in the 5th spot. Seth Cole spun the tires again. He's just not had a whole lot of luck tonight getting those restarts down.
Sometimes that's hard to do. And what gear do you start in, right? Like, are they starting in first? Or are they starting in second?
Probably in second, but you know, unless you're brave enough, I don't know. Back.
Okay, so Hughes got him at the line.
Call back there in the 5th spot.
Man, to beat Hughes, you really need to be on the right side of him. But he's protecting you with that. Like, you know, you could probably pass him if you took the high line, but getting him off that wall is part of the challenge here. You can't. He's closing. Like, you can't get around to the right of him. He's running that wall so tight that you could probably pass him on the right side, but you can't get your car in there to do it.
So Mercurial was, you know, ran the higher than he did that whole time. But you're not going to get past him until a latter part of the run. By doing that, you're not going to gain anything, you know, for that moment, because you're running in the same groove he is. As we saw Rodrigo earlier, he was driving all the way down to the bottom and then slide jobbing it up in there, or trying to slide job it up there. We've seen people do that all night. Kind of what you got to do if you want to get the lead from them, but you know he's going to come right back at you. Going to get interesting. We're getting down to about 20 to go. Rodrigo has not gone, you know, he's staying right near the bottom of the track. Not all the way down to the bottom like RJ Bishop just was, but he is, you know, down there a lot lower. RJ Bishop's about running the white line the whole way around, on the bottom, actually touching it.
In the YouTube chat there, hello, I was the driver of the 25 today. Watching live, that'll be Carlos Mendez. Thanks for watching, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 7 of the 29 cars were unable to finish this race.
Curio took the lead over going into turn 1 and 2. Did that same thing. Went right to the bottom, slide job up in front of him.
Yep.
Now he's trying to run a little more defensive line so that Hughes can't get the run on him.
And from the stats sheet, you know, Mercurio has solid second place finish in this season overall.
Oh, yeah.
Focus on Rodrigo there beside RJ Bishop. And then there's Hall beside Merkel. This is all 4 position. All these cars are in the lead lap.
Talking about Mercurio there, he actually is the solid second place, but he missed 1 race this year.
Mm-hmm.
I know he told us what one it was. I don't remember if he didn't make one race or he couldn't make one race.
Yeah, that was the thing. I only missed 1 race too. That was the day I overheated. Otherwise, we would have broadcast every single one of these things.
Yep, that's right.
Oh, we tagged the wall, I think. Look
I
at
missed one
mishap there.
I think I've only missed 1 race, and that was last Tuesday, so.
Yep.
Technically didn't miss the race that you overheated because I was here.
Yeah, you were ready to go. Yeah, I had a good night's sleep that night. No choice.
Keith Hughes back out front. He did the same thing, pulled the slide job on him. RJ Bishop still, like I said, he's running that bottom groove right down near the, he's kind of up a little bit, but he's been running right down on that white line, gotten himself up to the 2nd position.
Yeah, it's working. It's cool to see multi-groove racetrack works like that, you know?
It might work for a while, but after a while, that right front might just, he's got to try to get up there, try to take the lead, then, you know, go back up to that top groove and kind of save.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think if you want to slow Hughes down, you need to just run that groove that he's running.
Oh, Hughes just touched the wall, but it didn't hurt him.
Oh, that might have been the opening, but Mendes is on the inside. Oh, he still made it work. Bishop still got it in there. Can he make it
This
stick?
is where he's going to try to get through the corner ahead of him, which he is. Now he's going to try to slide up there, and he just pulls right up. That's the perfect.
Oh, there they go.
Hughes involved.
Merkel involved.
Oh gosh, there's Mercurio's involved in it. PV.
So the yellow flag is out. RJ Bishop is now your race leader. Second place, Seth Cole, and third place, Carlos Mendez. We will keep an eye on
What happened there?
Yeah. So let's get on Keith. If we focus on Keith, we'll rewind that here and find its point of impact here. That's bad luck for Keith. He hit a couple things, actually. We'll go from helicopter here to see what happened. Yeah, Keith tagged the wall. Oh, it was Mendez. Big wash up. He come up from the bottom line right to the top. Got in front of Mercurio and Hughes, both.
Answer the question in the chat. Oh yeah, that was not good. Slipped up, drifted up a little bit.
Cool. Oh no, and PV just pummeled. The 22 was sitting still. Head-on collision with the 22 and Mercurio there. That might be bad.
We were talking before about how the 25, we wasn't sure if he had been here at all this season, but actually tonight was his first race in the league. So.
Oh, it was cool. Well, welcome to the fold, Mr. Martinez.
He's been watching, listening to the whole broadcast while he was racing. Now that he's out, he is still watching us. So, yeah. Welcome to Maverick Racing. Yeah, won't be back until
other
February.
places every week too.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to watch more of the broadcast on Thursday night over at Rolling Thunder Gaming right here on this YouTube channel, we'll be broadcasting that. I'll more so just be producing it, and then Flat Out Racing Network commentators, Seth Cole, Michael Norman, and Kyle Matthews take care of most of the talking because they've got statistics on the Rolling Thunder for the last 10 years. So it's probably a good call letting them do it.
Looks like we're going to have quite a few wave rounds. We'll see, depending on how many of them do pick.
Rob is just going to do that, yeah. So Bishop right there, who I'm locked on now, the 78 is first. So anybody between him and the pace car would be entitled to a wave round if they don't pit. And that looks like it's going to be Garcia. I'll wait until we get past the pits here. I'm going to lock onto pit road, guys. Garcia, Dorsey, Wetzel, Togger.
Edwards and PV both pitted, so.
Okay.
And let's see, they were, yeah, so they are going to still be a lap down. Elected to go for tires over track position. PV was involved in that, so he had to pit the second time by, so he might have gone in to get some damage repaired.
Now, if I remember correctly, this is race 24 of 24, so I should remember this. We race back within 10, and within 5 to the checkered, there will be no flags.
RJ Bishop, Zachary Hall, Seth Cole, Austin LaPlante right up there in the 4th spot. That's good for him. Jack Merkel. Looks like, I'm going to say it's Crocodile Crump, or you guys back there kind of figuring out where they're supposed to be. M. Carroll, okay. Going to be in the high side. Getting ready to go back green. Oh, what a jump by RJ Bishop. But he spun the tires back there pretty good.
Yeah. I hope there's more wrecks back there. Yellow flag gets back out again. Some cold tires spinning.
Wetzel and Mendez are involved in that one. Two of the cars that were left over after that one. I don't know if they were others involved or not.
Yeah, it looked like probably just spinning the cold tires, I would think.
Yeah, it kind of looked that way. All of a sudden there was some saw
actually,
smoke in the back.
Something happened a little bit.
Saw smoke. Saw smoke out of the corner of the off my eye there, but I wasn't sure who it was.
Yeah, Dorsey got a little bit sideways at the back, but nothing happened there. It happened in front. Oh, go Gadget Arms. Push that thing right back on its wheels.
Wetzel was a latecomer to the party. He just had nowhere to go. He's the one that flipped over.
Yeah, there's some cars on the pits. Those guys are near the back, lap down. Maybe just grabbing new tires.
So about probably 8 laps to go when we get back to green. RJ Bishop, Seth Cole, Zach Hall.
There's Mike Carroll just coming off the pits there in the 35. He's still on the lead lap. I went into the pits in 13th position.
Jack Merkel, sorry about that. Jack Merkel, currently in the 4th position. Austin LaPlante doing what he has to do to keep that 3rd place in points. He's starting up there in the 5th spot. Crocodile Crop on the outside. Josh Mercurio. Matthews is still in this. He is there currently in the 8th position. A bunch of these cars kind of look the same from the distance, and then you get to the guys. Pavalon and Edwards. They're in the same paint scheme, slightly different kind of paints. They're yellow, the blue and reds are kind of switched around.
Yeah, it looks like an inverted. That's pretty cool, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, with the night lighting on here, as you can see in the broadcast, it's a little bit dark on the inside of them.
Mm-hmm.
From the TV one view, that's even darker. Sometimes it's hard for me to see which car is which from the distance. Getting down, I think about 8 laps to go is probably what we're going to get. Yellow pace car lights are off.
Black flag to Paulo Vitor.
Probably speeding on the pit roads. That would be the end of longest line penalty.
Yeah, or an unsafe exit.
That's true. And safe effort or passing going in.
But either way, under yellow, that's end of the longest line, right?
Yeah. Not necessarily. If you pass, no. That's a black flag, but that could be cleared by the admins at the start of the...
RJ Bishop choosing to stay right there.
Seth Cole got a little better. The first time tonight, he's had a really good start.
That's the time to do it.
Yep. Got the high side, RJ Bishop on the bottom. Not going to be enough room for Bishop to do the slide job? Nope.
Might be.
Yes, whoa, just enough room.
Yep.
He snuck that right up there.
You're not lying. It's about, if we're going half a car length or less.
Merkel currently in 3rd position, taking a look at Seth Cole. That's not what Seth Cole wants. He wants to focus on getting RJ Bishop, and he doesn't need somebody, kind of get in his way of what he wants to do to get past Bishop. So
that's the thing too. Once we get within 5 laps at the finish, they will not pull the flag. The only flag that will come out will be the white and the checker.
Merkel all the way to the bottom. Now he's got to slide that car up there. He's trying to go for first.
Wow.
Is he going to have enough? I mean, he gets up beside RJ Bishop. That run on the high side lets him go, but he gets himself up into the 2nd position. RJ Bishop goes way down to the bottom. Merkel this time on the top.
I wonder if Merkel can win, like Ben was saying, nobody's won the final race and the championship here at Maverick. It's never happened. Merkel already has the championship to break
And
that record.
a
He has
lot
to
of
win the
wins.
race. Yeah. And now
He's
there will
got
not
about
be a
5
flag
laps.
until the checkers. The cars
5
will.
laps to do it.
Yeah.
He's got to make this happen within 5 laps. He's
Ooh,
running.
wide
Oh,
back
no,
here.
Seth Cole into the back of
There will not be. That's
Mercurio.
Mercurio. There will not be a yellow. We are within 5. Maverick rulebook. Hardcore racing right straight to the wall after 5 remain.
Keith Hughes back
Which,
up into the
remember,
third spot.
back in April, we had that photo finish at Talladega. Because of that, there was a huge wreck in the last 5. It didn't matter. We went door to door right to the line, and it was a 0.002 gap. It was a photo finish.
Keith Hughes into the 2nd position. Slide job onto Jack Merkel. Jack Merkel is going to try to come back. He's going down low on turn 3. Don't think he's going to have it. Hughes comes down about midway to kind of keep that run going for him. RJ Bishop that time all the way down to the white line.
And he loves to see this. RJ does. He's looking in his rearview mirror watching Hughes and Merkel fight.
No
He's
saving
able
the
to hit
tires.
his marks and drive away from them. Yeah.
Don't
Tires.
saving your tires now. So if you want to go to that bottom and that's the quickest way around, that's what RJ Bishop's doing. He's headed right down to that bottom every time. This time he runs a little bit higher. Kind of just trying to run where them guys want to be, so that might slow them down a little bit. Hughes is running them down slightly.
I mean, they got to do something now. There's 2 laps left, or 1.5, really.
Hughes all the way
Wow.
down to the white line. RJ Bishop should have that run off the high side, but Hughes is right there. Had to come back. He's tucked back in behind him. Jack Merkel back there in 3rd, just watching all this. Rodrigo's trying to make a move on Zachary Hall back there for 5th.
White
Fourth and
flag.
fifth.
1 lap to go.
Going to be interesting. RJ Bishop all the way to the bottom. He's going to protect that bottom.
Yep. Which is weird to see Hughes running that bottom because he's been running the top all night.
Yep. Now, where does RJ go? He's going to go he's right down to the bottom again. He's going to just get that good run off.
Yeah.
Hughes looks like he's got a better, pushes up a little bit. Both of them do.
Nice run,
RJ
boys.
Bishop, yep. RJ Bishop, then Heath Hughes, and your points leader, Jack Mercurio.
Jack
We're
Merkel.
gonna Merkel. Why did I say Mercurio? I'm Josh.
Josh
I'm
Merkel, yeah.
Ben one of them.
Josh Merkel and Jack Mercurio? Sure. Congratulations,
Congratulations,
Bishop.
guys.
What a great run
finish.
by Bishop.
Yeah, he ran around there, not even really up front most of the night, off and on, just doing different stuff, testing stuff out, and ends up coming out with the win. That's pretty good.
Again, man, phenomenal race here at Homestead of Maverick Cup Series, High Voltage Racing League. You want to be a part of it, hit the Facebook page. It's in the descriptive below. You want to join on the fun in March, one of the biggest races.
2 guys go down there and do some donuts on the front stretch.
Yeah.
A few other people join in the celebration, kind of moving around a little bit to have some fun.
So there's your race winner,
And your points champion.
and there's your points champion.
Bumping into each other on the front stretch.
And it is, like you said, it's the last race of the season, so it's just sort of a free-for-all down there right now.
Do we want to bring Jack in first, or do we want to bring him in at the end?
That's an excellent question. Bring Ben down, too, because he wanted to say some stuff. Trying to get a wide angle of all the celebrations that are going on here. They are burning down this front straightaway. I can't see a gosh darn thing.
I'm going to grab Jack Merkel.
Here they are.
and Benjamin. All right. Well, got Rod and Blaine and Benjamin up in the booth for right now. Jack Merkel, you got you, buddy? I think he's too busy burning down tires.
They're setting this place on fire right now. The race winner and the championship winner are just setting fire to the front straightaway right now.
They are having some fun. They ain't that tire wear is no good now. They got to be pretty much flat.
Oh yeah, they were gone. Trying to bring that up.
So, you didn't beat, I guess, the Maverick Championship, not winning the last race curse.
Yeah, it was a pretty rough one actually. I got involved in a few wrecks. I absolutely destroyed Cody Lamas on the front stretch. I was surprised the car even still ran and somehow brought it home. At top 5, got 3rd somehow. Very, very surprisingly.
Yeah, that was some great racing tonight. A lot, those restarts were crazy. They were getting 3, 4, 5 wide. Some guys running the bottom, some guys running the top. See you mostly running up there, but they get to see the old classic slide job too. So that's some pretty good racing out there. Unfortunately, I had a few cautions, but it was still all in all a great race.
Oh yeah, I mean the racing was fun. It was definitely multi-lane. You can make whatever you wanted to get to work, and it was a good time trying to get around people. And unfortunate about the damage that I got, but we were able to bounce back and, like I said, get that top 5 with it.
So now the good thing is, I guess you're allowed to run. You won the bet, so you're allowed to race again next year, right? Had the bet going what was it if you won the bet, and what was it if you lost the bet?
He's ignoring you, Rod. That's not a good enough question.
Oh, okay.
I can pretend to be Jack Merkel if you want.
You do a good impression of him, really do.
Hi, I'm Jack Merkel. You swear it was him, right? Where'd he go? Did he must have lost his microphone. Didn't pay his microphone bill.
That's got to be what happened. You got Benjamin in here as well, of course, being Jack Merkel being your current champion. Ben, do you want to say anything to Jack Merkel while we wait for him to get his mic back working?
Am I back?
Yeah, okay, here he is.
Yeah, okay. The internet cut out for a second. That was weird.
So my question was, you won the bet, all right?
Yep.
So what was the bet for?
Well, it means that I'm allowed to run the next season and I don't get banned.
That's what we thought. That's pretty good.
Glad I was able to do that at least.
So what would have happened if you didn't do that? What would Keith Hughes not been able to race next year, or how was it? You know what I mean?
No, if I wasn't able to do it, then I wouldn't have been able to race next year. Me doing the thing that I did allowed me to race next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're going to make that bet next year too, or?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Oh God, it was a good race though. Great. I mean, you ran up front some, then in the middle. You started to the. I don't remember. I didn't count how many times you went to the back and then made your way back to the front tonight, because you did it a few times.
It was just I wasn't trying to. It's just I kept getting involved in wrecks, or I was good pit for tires, because the tire wear was abysmal.
Yeah.
So I was trying to keep it up with that, and then I kept getting sent to the back from wrecks and everything like that. And it was rough. It was a rough one.
Some hard hits out there. We saw, unfortunately for Pavlon, we brought him up in the booth, asked him some questions, and just after that, he got involved in two incidents that literally he had nothing to do with, driving down the straightaway, driving to the corner, and then something happened and he was involved in it. And I'm told Blaine, I said, I don't think we're going to bring anybody else up in the booth during the race, because that did not work out well for him. But
yeah, I don't know if it would have been a good idea there. There was a lot of tempers flaring and a lot of heat going around from some of the wrecks that we had. I think the most mad everybody got was that last wreck, the second to last wreck that we had, where the 34 just kind of came up in front of everybody.
yeah,
that one was a pretty heated moment.
yeah. So Benjamin, can we get you in here, bud?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. So I will give you the opportunity to congratulate Mr. Merkel on his championship and say a few words for him.
Congratulations, Jack, on your championship, and we will be sending you your trophy as soon as possible.
I'll get that address to you so I can get it. I appreciate it. Yeah, it was fun. Definitely a fun year.
Excited to have you back next year, hopefully.
I'll be back. I just don't know if it'll be full time yet or not. We'll see.
Well, you have a guaranteed starting spot in the first 5 races.
Well, I might be there for the first 5 at least then, since I have that.
That only is what, the top 10, Benjamin, or?
There's 4 provisionals at the 500, and then 6 at all the other races.
But when you talk about the top 10 in points, gets the first four races in automatically, or how does that work?
It's just standard qualifying.
Well, I think it's past champion gets a provisional for the first 5 races. So,
Okay.
Or the most recent one.
What's the trophy look like?
We're still working on it. I can send you a picture of the ones from last year and the year before for reference.
Oh, cool.
And no, it's not past champions provisional comes first. It's 4 on owner's points or less if a past champion and series director's provisional are needed.
So basically, you're going to do the same thing like you did at the beginning of the season. You go out, you qualify. If you don't make the field, Jack would be one of the provisionals to be able to make the field if he didn't make it on time.
Correct, because he's first in owner points.
Yep. Perfect. Okay.
And then if the champions provisional is needed, then it would be Nick Gunther, Keith Hughes, Todd Wilson, Mike Panciocco. Most recent of those is not yet locked in on entire honor points, would get the past champions provisional if needed.
Okay. Very cool. So we learned some new stuff there. I figured that was kind of the case that because they were going to lock in people for the points, but I didn't realize that they were still had to qualify. It's just more of a provisional. So that's pretty cool. All right, Jack. Well, we probably could ask him more questions. I'm going to get Blaine to ask you one because it looks
Oh, you
like
want me to ask him stuff?
Yeah, because looks like Mr. Hughes has left the building, so we got a little bit more time.
He was a little hot.
Hey man, it was great racing though. Like you said, it's tough to get there. You didn't lead a lap today. That's crazy. But a third place podium finish is pretty awesome. But yeah, it's cool when it's a tire fight. I like it.
Yeah, I mean it was very fun the way the track drove and the tires and everything like that. It's just a shame that the couple times I got up to the front, and it would be pits or something like that, and then I got involved in that one wreck pretty early on with Mark, and then by the time I worked my way back up to the front was when the thing with Cody happened. And once I had that damage, I knew it was going to have to be, it had to be something on a restart and a real big shot on a restart to get a chance. But I just,
Yeah, I was leaning on that replay when Cody hit that little kink in the wall, and it basically launched him up in the air, and he fell on top of you.
Yeah, there was nothing I could do about that one, really. I don't know if there was anywhere I could have went where I would have avoided that.
Did you even see that coming?
I saw him spinning, and I knew they would bounce off the inside wall some, so I was hoping I could just get by it quick enough they wouldn't come back up. I forgot there was a kickoff on the wall, and it kicked them right back up into me. As soon as they hit that, there was nothing I could do.
It looked crazy.
Yeah, I mean, they were both up nose first in the middle of the track, so there's nothing I could do about that one.
Yeah. Yeah, that was tough luck. I replayed that a few times. If you watch the broadcast back, you'll definitely get to see it from about 6 different angles.
I'm very surprised. I got no engine damage from that. All I had a lot of roof damage from it, so my aero was really bad. So, if you put me in another car through the corner the same way, by the time we got to the next corner, I would be 4 or 5 mile an hour slower, just from having the aero damage. So that was what was really screwing me on the end of that race there, was because even if I got a run out through the corner, I would lose it by the time I got to the next corner because I couldn't keep up with them, so I couldn't really pass anybody.
Right. Yeah, that's... We were kind of a couple times throughout the race too, I noticed some cars were spinning, and it didn't really notice why, but it was probably just little bit of internet lag, because from the view it looked like he came down and hit you in the left rear, but then like you said, that damage can land anywhere. It's going to be body damage somewhere on the car.
Yeah, and the first wreck I wasn't really that bad from. What screwed me was the wreck with Cody. I was still able to keep up with the one from where the 174, 179 or whatever hit me. But the one with Cody is where I got my roof damage, and it really, really slowed the car down.
Yeah. Well, it was a great run, man, and great watching you do your thing all year. That's that bet was a fun talking point every single time. I'm like, hey, he's got to win because he banned himself. If you lose the bet, you banned yourself. You backed yourself into a corner. But it'll be fun to be a little bit more relaxed next year. You can just kind of
start from the front.
Come and
not
go
have to
as
worry
you
about
please. Yeah, if you qualify first, you just run
Yep.
first, and yeah.
You know he's going to do that anyways. He's going to start up front. He's going to win more races that way.
Yeah.
I hope. I think I just got very lucky this whole season. I don't think I'll get the same amount of luck I had this season as I will next season.
Sometimes
Yeah.
starting in the back, you gotta have that luck on your side for sure.
I don't know if I'll run the full season next year. I'm still up in the air. If I skip any races on intentionally, it'll be the super speedways, just because they're not a fun time for me. But other than that, I'll probably be there for everything else. And I mean, if I can make stuff work my way, I was 2.5, 3 races ahead this year. Maybe I can, even with missing a race or two next year, maybe I can still compete for the championship. We'll just have to see.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
It'd be fun.
Well, it's been a fun season watching you come from the back, really, and win as many as you have. You pretty much always come out and finish in the top 10, mostly the top 5, and that's what got you the championship. But taking that bet and starting at the back every race, that was interesting and fun to watch.
Yeah, it was definitely a fun time, and it was definitely interesting to have to deal with. Especially for some of like a shorter track and stuff like that, it was maybe a little bit easier. But the longer tracks like this, it's definitely a chore to get to the front, especially on one where you have some new cars. We had a couple problems with a couple new people tonight, but thankfully the championship was locked and I didn't really have to worry about it. So,
right. All right. Well, I'm going to give you the chance to thank the people that got you here, and we'll move on to RJ Bishop, tonight's winner.
Just thanks to Fortnite Squad for a good car, for all year having me a good car. Just some unfortunate finishes every once in a while. Got some bad points. And glad I was able to bring this one home top 5 and get all those wins I picked up on the season. Glad I could do it for the team, and glad we could get back-to-back championships. One last year with Nick, one this year with me. Hopefully we can pick it up for a 3rd year in a row next year. And just thanks for DuPont for picking up most of the races, being on the car, and thanks to everybody for racing me pretty clean. I didn't really had a couple problems with a couple people, but not real bad, and nothing that lasted more than one race or whatever. So just glad everybody raced me clean and everybody gave me room, and it was a fun challenge this year. Hopefully it'll be a little bit easier next year, and hopefully we can run it back and get 2 in a row next year.
Well, there you go. Your 3rd place finisher and your championship lead points champion for the 2025 Maverick Cup Series. Congratulations, Jack, and looking forward to see you next year.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jack.
Next guy. So, where'd he come from? I guess we can say that, but great race tonight there, RJ. You
what up?
Yeah, you ran the bottom. Sometimes I saw you all the way down to that bottom. I said he's gonna burn his tires up doing that, but no, he just kept on going, and he did the slide job, classic, perfect slide jobs all night. A couple of them we didn't think you were going to make it, but you managed to, and you managed to get out there the latter part of the race. And I don't know how many laps you led on that last run. But
I think I know I led 22 laps total, but it was close.
But you got out front, and you managed to hold off some pretty heavy charges behind you, and you got your win. Now, was that your first win for this season? I don't remember now.
Second. I won worldwide earlier in the year.
Okay. But that was pretty good. So you can tell us about any points of the race we might have missed on your side.
When I got wrecked during the one caution cooldown, I was like, well, I'm not going to recover from this, but I managed to pull through, but I didn't expect the win tonight. I knew I was fast, but not with race winning speed.
And there was some pretty good cautions. I know you did get caught up there in one of them, but fortunately, you work your way back up through their strategy, held your strategy right, and that, like I said, did a great job. You just kept the guys behind you. You just kept kind of probably raced more in your rear view mirror than you did in your front.
Probably that last 4 laps, I was mostly watching my mirror because I knew Keith was coming. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna at least try to aero block and hope it works. I
could see that you were doing that. You were running because you guys could save tires on the high side. What could you get for tires? For how long could you go on a set of tires roughly?
Probably 30 or so laps if you're lucky. Depending if you're pushing or not.
Right, so that 25, getting down near the end of it, you really didn't have to conserve tires. So you were just flat out trying to figure out, the best way to keep them guys behind you. And like I said, you did a great job of taking the arrow away from them.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Keith got at least to my back bumper there. So it's one thing. I thought it was gonna fly right by me.
Yeah, he was coming, but I don't know if he had enough to. He ran out of time to get you, and
if there was a couple more laps, he probably would have gotten me.
Yeah. Well, it's all in all pretty decent. I don't know where you finished in points this year. I didn't look that up, but
top 6 or somewhere in the top 10. I know that.
Yeah. So are you coming back next year for Maverick? You're going to try the whole season, see if you can go for a championship.
I don't know about the whole season, but I'm going to at least try to.
Yeah.
We'll see if work is going to win away or not.
RJ came into this race in 8th overall.
Overall, okay. Shut that down already, so I didn't have that information. But
It'll be a good boost, though, because some of those guys actually ended up having some problems, too. So right now, results are unofficial, but he could bump up a couple spots.
Probably. It probably didn't help that I missed last week, unfortunately, but oh well.
I do know that you're not going to be running Toyota next year.
I'm
You're changing your number from 78 to what?
91 next year, and I'm going to Dodge Dart.
Oh, okay.
Why the number change? Because like a lot of leagues, you run the 78.
Not everywhere. I like to change my number up every so often that I haven't ran.
The SMO, he runs the 18.
And I know in fuel on Wednesdays, I'm the 48. And I know in fast, I run the 12.
Oh, geez, okay. Because I remember
I like to
Talladega
mix up my
Nights
numbers.
and those super speedway leagues, you tend to be the 78 a lot. So that's weird that you tend to switch it up because so many people would you just stick on one number. Like I'm 72, unless it's taken, I'm 73.
I used to stay with one number, but I got tired of doing that, so I was like, screw it, I'm going to change it up.
And the manufacturer's change is cool too.
Yeah, I tend to do that a lot.
Yeah.
I don't stick to one.
I don't stick with one, he said. All right, buddy. Well, I'm going to give you the opportunity to thank the people that got you here. I think we've got Austin the plant down there. We might have a little chat with him about his third place in points finish overall for the year. So, floor is yours, buddy.
I would like to thank Toyota for being the manufacturer for the past couple seasons. And Squad Racing, obviously, for those knuckleheads keeping me in line, because if they didn't, well, they're screwed. And then you guys broadcasting and everyone showing up for this league.
Short and sweet.
That's it, man. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks.
Congratulations on your win, buddy. And I'm sure we'll be seeing you somewhere here soon, because we still do some broadcasting, so we might see you here and there.
Probably going to happen.
All right. See you, bud.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
See if he's available.
Yeah,
Austin the Plant, you got your ears on, buddy.
Hello, Lorad, Blaine.
Hey.
It's very nice to see you, hear you guys up here being pulled in for this last race.
Yeah, well, we were going through the points. You were third in points. You had the opportunity, could potentially lose that tonight, and you did. You had a great race tonight. You stayed out of trouble. I believe you still got your third place in points for the season. That's pretty good.
Yes, I did. Well, there was one wreck that I thought I would have been like, oh, it's slightly over. But I think because of the gap and because fourth in points was wrecked, I think I would have been still safe for third in points overall. But it's probably one of the more wacky full-time seasons I ever ran in a in our 2003 league. Even though I wasn't racing for like four years, so able to get this wheel back on and get the rust off, and I feel like it was a pretty entertaining season to me, despite all the wrecks the whole year.
But the whole season, you were, not every single race, but a lot of times we've noticed that at the end of a run, you're usually right there hovering around the top 10, sometimes top 5s, your podiums weren't as much, but that's hard to do when you got guys like Jack Merkel and Keith Hughes and RJ Bishop, and so there's a few more of them out there that they're pretty stout drivers. So all in all, I mean, you can't be unhappy with your complete season over the year.
You got that right. I was really hoping to actually possibly get a win at New Hampshire because of how gripped up it was, but unfortunately someone was like, nope. But that was still probably one of my two best tracks, even though one of them was a bit gripped up. But really enjoyed Benjamin letting me over here, and JLP for letting me on this team since I've been knowing him for I believe it's 7 years personally.
And I know why you wanted to win the New Hampshire one, because how close are you to that? I know I'm about an hour and a half away from Loudon. You're closer than I am.
I think close to an hour, depending on what kind of road I take, either highways or backways.
Yeah, knew you lived over there in New Hampshire, so then right next to me in Vermont. So that's pretty good though. But I just wanted to bring you up, congratulate you, on your third place in points, and give you the opportunity to thank the people that got you here. So the floor is yours, my friend.
Absolutely. Again, thank JLP and I believe Dan Danico. I forgot how you say his name. And
yep.
Sorry, I'm getting myself to recuperate here. It's always gets me nervous and stuff like that.
Yeah, Danico Matthew, right? That's? Yeah. I think I'm saying it right.
That's all right. Can you just like I said, you can get people.
Carly and Mike. I think it was Michael. But again, really do thank them for letting me on the team for this season. I will be back next season and in the 48 as well, not 92.
Yeah, I remember that. That's back when you and I used to race at Hobo. You always ran the 48. So glad to see you get back to your old number.
Cool.
Yep, and just one last quick thing. I do wish Steve and Dan the best, since they're done running that league and it'll be taken over by someone else.
I think Jess Kennis and a few of the other guys are going to be not one is the. Can't think of his name. Keith
McLean.
Keith McLean. That's right.
McDaddy.
McDaddy's going to be running the league, so they'll do a good job with it. So.
Yep. So that's all I got. Thank you again for bringing me up here.
Yes, sir. Congratulations.
Yeah, you have a good winter.
Always.
Thanks,
You
Austin.
too.
Thanks, Austin.
Well,
we got Blaine. Imagine we got Benjamin up here. You got any final words you want to put in there, Benjamin?
I got a lot. Call this my State of the League address.
man, this has been an awesome season, dude. Thanks for having us on board with this thing. I got to say that right off the top. This was amazing. There's been some awesome races, and today was another one.
Absolutely. What a way to finish out the season. RJ Bishop won the final race. Jack Merkel is our champion. We are looking forward to 2026, and we are expecting it to be our biggest year yet. HVRL is introducing 2 new series in the Maverick North Series and the RC Series, and we are going to be maintaining the Maverick West Series. We've got some exciting new stuff coming to the HVRL. We've actually started an Instagram page that we're going to start using over the off season and using in 2026 and beyond. And we've also got some new changes coming to the rules, the biggest of which is a paint scheme limit.
I'm a big fan of that one. Some of these guys have about 16 different paint schemes. Like, oh.
Yeah,
24 races and I got 19 cars. What's going on here?
Also got to do not only a paint scheme limit, but a time limit on when it can be uploaded and they can run it.
Yes, I prefer they be uploaded sooner than later. Sooner the better.
Yeah.
And it's also the recognizability factor, not just for you and for the other drivers, but for the fans. Think of how other schemes from back in the day became so iconic. The Black 3, the Petty Blue 43, the Tide Ride, and so on and so forth.
The Home Depot 20.
Yes. Lowe's 48, DeWalt 17. The various 24 schemes.
And then Kulicki's car. That's everybody seems to run a throwback of that thing. But that's the thing. The guys get locked onto a sponsor and they literally run the same car for a decade.
Yeah. I'll be in this same car, same purple number 7 Kia, with a few small changes for next year.
But we'll be able to see you because we recognize that purple.
Yes, you do. And I've got a few special schemes planned as one-offs, because the limit is 4 schemes for the entire season. I'm going to run my primary for 23 races, and then 3 special schemes for 1 race each. You'll see what they are.
That sounds like a good plan. So what happens if somebody uploads like a 5th one? You just go in there and you delete it?
No, I tell them to delete it themselves.
Oh yeah, pick one.
And if they don't, I'll do it for them.
Oh, so can only 4 be in the drive at once? Or, because then you could just keep deleting one and uploading one, delete one and upload one.
No, it's 4 for the entire season.
Right, they have to be the same. Gotcha.
Yes. And the only exception is if you're having a substitute run your car, because we do allow that. The substitute's name must be on the windshield banner. And we'll make an exception for that.
Right, that makes sense.
So, like, if like when Carnby ran the 27 earlier this year, that would be an exception.
Or even tonight with Mercurio running a 22.
Correct.
Yeah.
Very cool.
But we have a public Facebook page now in addition to our members group. We also have our Discord server that we've been using for the last couple seasons. But the biggest new change, social media-wise, is our Instagram page at High Voltage Racing League.
Get a bunch of them.
You actually got that handle, eh? High Voltage Racing League.
Yes.
Cool.
Very cool.
So we're going to start using that over the off season and leading to 2026.
That seems very cool.
And hopefully it'll help us reach more people and hopefully get more butts in seats and more eyes on these broadcasts.
Yeah, that's the goal. After this year, I think we definitely should get some more eyes, because every week it goes up too. The subscriber count slowly clicked up over the season, so people are watching.
Yes, and for those of you watching that want to race, sign-ups open for all 4 of our series Saturday.
How many different series are you running now? 4?
It will be 4 next year.
Wow.
Cup, West, North, and RC.
Oh yeah, the road course series. That's cool.
And we got good schedules planned for all of them.
He's busy typing.
I am, yeah. Guess I should mute that, eh?
All right. Well, what do you say there, Blaine? We get this thing over and looking forward to coming back for Maverick next year and doing some more broadcasting.
I'm looking forward to having you guys back.
Yeah, it'll be fun. That Daytona race. What's your goal for driver count? You had like what, 74 last year show up?
71 and then 77 in 2024. So I'd love to see over 80, maybe close to 90 cars.
Wow.
I'd love to see some old drivers come back and even some new ones.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
A lot of people to go home.
A lot of work for you trying to make it all fit, but you end up pulling it off, so.
And where it's going to be a good race because we're going to only put the best drivers in the field. There's some changes coming to our qualifying format.
Oh, okay. What do you mean? Like for that one Daytona race or for everything in general?
Just for the 500.
Okay.
Everything else is going to stay the same. The only exception being the addition of the North Provisional for 3 Northeast races with the combo races for that series.
Oh, okay.
And West will only have 3 combo races next year instead of 4. Indy will not be on the West schedule.
Sweet. Well, I think we can call this season a wrap, and then get on back in here in March 2026 for some Daytona.
Absolutely. I am looking forward to February 24th, and I'm looking forward to March 3rd.
Yep. And then we'll have a third broadcaster on deck for a few races next year as well. Who that will be, we do not know, but it'll probably be Seth, Andrew, Norman. It'll be Michael Norman. It'll be one of the familiar guys who know how to roll. But yeah, it should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'd love to see a rotation. Get some different people in the booth.
Sweet. So yeah, man. Hey, Rod, do you have any final words before we wrap this up?
No, it's been a good season, but surprising as fast as it went through, and looking forward to doing this next year.
Awesome. Well, we'll see everybody next year. Thank you very much again to the High Voltage Racing League and Ben and his whole crew for having Tarnation TV do their broadcasting. Of course, thanks to all 116 drivers who decided to show up and race here this year. It's been fantastic. Everybody who watches on YouTube. Yep.
We had 117 drivers because one new driver debuted tonight.
There was. Right. I forgot about that. Martinez. Yes.
Carlos Martinez.
Yep.
I'd like to give out a few thanks. First off, you guys here at Tarnation TV, you, Blaine and Rod, for putting on great broadcasts, and then whoever all is going to be joining you in the booth throughout next year. I'll be giving them thanks in advance, and I'd like to thank my family for supporting me. I'd like to thank my administration team, Keith, Tate, Jack, who's our newly crowned champion, and Zach Armstrong, who did most of the logos for this year. I'd like to thank everybody who's contributed as a sponsor, and if you're interested in sponsoring a race, it's just $40 to cover one of our races, and we'd really appreciate the sponsorship, and it'll help you get your name out there, your company's name. So it's good for us and good for you as well. I'd like to thank each and every driver who's showed up to race with us this year, including we had more than 117 drivers show up. Those are just the ones that took the green flag, because there's others who DNQ'd for some of the bigger races, like the 2 Daytona races, and that didn't get the chance to start a race this year. So we're hoping to get those folks out on track next year.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, if you don't take the green flag, it doesn't count because you're not on the stat sheet.
Yeah, because you are on the race results as a DNQ, and sometimes you'll get owner points because of how the lap for point system is done, which is what we use. The best point system.
Yep, the real point system. The only point system. No playoffs.
Right.
Yes, thank you. That's another thing. Thank you for doing no playoffs. Although I do appreciate the playoff thing because every league's different. But I am a bigger fan of just count the numbers. Merkel wrapped it up a couple weeks ago. Why? Because he did. Why gain all that space only to have that gap close? It doesn't make sense. That's a great way to do it.
I agree. We're not competing with the NFL.
No. We're not competing with anything. We're very unique over here. It's a once-in-a-lifetime product.
Well, we are competing with the eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series, and we are going to be a worthy competitor in 2026 and beyond.
Yeah, and like you said, if you're interested in racing in the High Voltage Racing League, links in the description below. It'll take you to the Facebook page, and from there you can get a hold of Ben, Tate, Jack, Keith, anybody really. Just hit the Facebook page and start asking questions. It's a hopping community over there.
I'll send you a link to our public page that you don't have the link to yet. You have our members group, and I'll also send you our new Instagram page.
Oh yeah, the new Instagram too. Yeah, cool. So stay tuned. It's all there.
I'll send that to you.
Awesome. Well, thanks, guys. Like I said before, too, everybody who's watching on there and interacting with the YouTube channel, Ben and your whole crew, Rod for helping out with all the co-hosting, of course. This has been an awesome season, and we're excited to get her going again in a few months. So, yeah, enjoy the holidays. We'll see you in the spring. And if the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy. Keep your stick on the ice.